Long before the headline, there is a feeling, a chill that has nothing to do with the wind. On a winter night at a wind-battered port, a janitor's keys rattle against the rail. His flashlight beam catches it, a chalk spiral, stark white under a flickering bulb. The salt air bites. He hears a shoe scuff just beyond the light. This is the essence of dread, not the known threat, but the unnerving question, the sense of being watched from the shadows. Investigators call it the hush before the headline, the moment an anomaly has yet to become an incident. Consider a red thread knotted on a doorknob at dawn. In one culture, it is a blessing, in another, a curse. Folklore and local myth are the invisible lenses through which we see the evidence. A strange symbol is not just a clue, it is a story. And we must ask, are we afraid of the act itself, or the story we believe it is telling? In our connected world, these stories travel, meaning shift across borders. A proverb translated to literally becomes a threat. A blurred police photo, cropped and shared, becomes a global omen. The media does not merely report the facts, it broadcasts a feeling. A rumor sparked in one time zone can infect another before sunrise, leaving a residue of suspicion that outlasts any official report. What happens when the crime itself carries more passports than any traveler? Far from the docks, a new scene unfolds. Candles flicker around a clay mask by a mountain stream. A body lies awaged not in violence but in theater. Locals whisper of a river spirit. Headlines sharpen the myth into something monstrous. Detectives consult an anthropologist, trying to decipher which symbols mean ceremony and which mean misdirection. The offender never speaks, but a taunting message appears online, then vanishes. It reappears from a server under a different flag. Investigators in two capitals chase digital ghosts, while a third country holds the key in a quiet data hall. Who owns the evidence when it lives everywhere at once? Then there is the silence, movement without a trace. A traveler scans her passport at one airport, buys a pastry in duty-free, and never arrives at her destination. She doesn't vanish into thin air, but into the gaps of the system. A code-share flight, a broken camera, a bus route no one logged. Joint teams reconstruct her path from toll pings and credit card slips, sifting through the digital dust she left behind. Sometimes the darkness yields an answer. Other times, all we have is a carefully managed uncertainty. In this new landscape of crime, the story is everything. We proceed with caution, respecting local customs, sharing only what is necessary to protect the living. Because in the end, the most frightening pattern is the one our own fear creates. The question is not just who committed the crime, but how our dread decides which dots to connect.